Welcome everybody, welcome back to Racing Previews and Reviews with me, Mark Fanning. I'm going to preview Thurles, my local track. Cracking racing is getting underway there this Thursday. I'm going to be there, hopefully you can get down. This is what National Hunt Racing is all about. We got a 7 race car getting underway at 1:53. The feature race, of course, is at 3:23. That's the 4th race in the car. The Boyle Sports Michael Purcell Memorial Novice Hurdle, a grade 3 over 2 miles 5. This race has been synonymous down through the years. It's been won by some nice horses, good trainers targeted, and it's one of the feather cap races on the Thurles calendar. It's a race I remember myself when we'd be mitching school or ducking school, and we'd wait and we'd try and go down and get a hole in the ditch and go in and watch it. This was kind of one of the races that you'd be aiming at watching Thurles along. And it's just going to be great to be there. And of course, I'm actually there myself to present the trophy to the winners of the race. So I'm hoping to see a nice performance. No doubt we will. But before all that, we're going to get underway with the very first race on the card. It's a very competitive handicap chase over 2 miles and half a furlong. 9 runners lined up here. I think the dangerous one here is the Barry Connell trained Grancia de Tay. I'm probably absolutely butchering the first part of that name, but I think this lad is there's a big run in him. If you take back his second and third run, his last run over hurdles, he was third in a very competitive 19 runner handicap around Punchestown on New Year's Eve, and then was third on his Pence debut of 13 in Fairy House. And I think that puts him right there. I think he has a bit of the class in the race, but the one I could see running him home if he doesn't produce is the Philip Rothwell trained Captain's Nephew in the hands of Darragh O'Keefe. Of course, you all know I really like Darragh O'Keefe as a jockey. He was a winner on 3 starts back with Dara in the saddle, and then was third around Limerick at Christmas, and then went on and was second above and down Ryle. So he's super consistent, and of course this combination of trainer and jockey won the race last year. Philip Rothwell is a very good trainer. I think plays his horses very well and has been seen a kind of a revival in the last year or so. So I think Captain's Nephew could pick up the pieces, but for me I'm going to go with Michael O'Sullivan and Barry O'Connell with Hydrangea de Tay in the first race. Then we're going to go to the second race on the card. This is the chief supporting race on the card. It is the Mayor's Novice Steeplechase, a listed contest over 2 miles 6. The one they all have to be here, I think, is Gordon Elliott's Harmonium Maker. Super consistent over fences, has run 4 times, won twice, was second in a grade 2, and was third in a grade 2 around Limerick, of course. Switched that form around when it was third behind Hotchware around Limerick, and then swung it around to beat her the last day over the course in the grade 2. So she showed a lot of grit, guts, determination, and a lovely attitude, I thought. Now, she is carrying a lot of weight with 11.5. That's the only thing. But I think she has the beating of all these, even with that a lot of weight to carry. Jack Kennedy and Gordon Elliott combining very fruitful in the last few weeks, actually all season, and I just think she holds all the keys here. The interesting one though is the bottom weight, Marsh Wren, a UK runner coming over with Stuart Edmonds training, and Kieran Getton's taking the ride. Kieran Getton's a very nice rider over in the UK, and be interesting to see how she goes. She's only carrying 10.9, but for me, Harmonium Maker, she's got 11.5 for a reason, and she's going to take all the beating in the second race. Then we're going to go to the third race in the card, the Boyle Sports Qualified Riders Handicap Steeplechase. Over 2 miles 6, 12 runners declared here. This for me is going to be a watching race and seeing where the money comes for on the day. One I'd be very interested to see if a few quid comes for it is Johnny Cakes for Philip Rothwell again, who of course I thought might pick up the pieces in the first race with a very capable 7-pound claimer qualified rider. I think he was actually conditioning for a while. He's come back to being an amateur, Jordan Canavan. Very good rider, this lad, and takes a very valuable £7 off. Philip Rothwell says places these horses beautifully, I think, and it's only a 5-year-old gelding carrying 10.9. Take the 7 off its back. So if he shows any signs at home and a few quid in the day, he'd be the one maybe to catch my eye. The one that probably all going to have to beat is Moonlight Getaway with Derek Connor taking the ride. Anything that Derek rides in these qualified riders race, you always take note of. But it's kind of going to be a watching race for me. I will watch Johnny Cakes on the day, or I will see is there any significant money for the like of Dennis Hogan's or something like that. It'd be kind of more of a way of seeing where the support comes for on the day. Then we're going to go to the feature race on the card. This is the 4th race, as I said, the Boyle Sports Michael Purcell Memorial Novice Hurdle, a grade 3, won down through the years by some nice horses. All the good trainers aim for it every year. Of course, the late great Desi Hughes won it 3 in a row, I remember, and then when Sandra took over for him, she won the next 2. But Gordon has won the last 3 renewals of this, and he's going to take all the beating here, I think, with Staffordshire Knot. This, of course, runs in the colours of Gigginstown House now after being acquired in that big sale, that big dispersal sale. They gave over $500,000 for this lad, the Shantou Geldon. Very, very impressive. What noteworthy here, though, is this lad actually started out over hurdles. He was 3rd around Cork, behind Reed and Tommy Wrong. And, of course, he went on and won. Now he's a shock winner of the Grade 1 around Christmas. Or not Christmas, was it Dublin Racing Festival? I'm lost now. No, it was around Nace actually. It was the Lawlers. I knew it was a Grade 1 though. Me mind slipped me there, but he was only beaten 2.5 or 2 3/4 lengths behind him on his hurdle debut. He then went back to a bumper around Fairy House. Young Harry Swan took the ride and was very impressive that day. Then went straight back over hurdles around Down Ryle above at the festival and absolutely bolted in 21 lengths with Jack Kennedy taking the ride. Now, was sold since, but still stays in the same yard, so it wouldn't have been disrupted at all. Jack Kennedy, of course, as I said, takes the ride. He's going to take the beating here. Now, I really like Stoke the Fire on his debut. Danny Mullins, of course, was in the saddle that day around Tramore. A horse that we actually previewed ourselves around on the flat around Galway. When we tipped it up and was a somewhat unlucky 2nd in an 18-runner Premier Handicap around Galway. But that is the story with Galway. You have to get a bit of luck. I thought he was this Gelded son of Vadamas, was very impressive around Tramore. Danny rode him that day and keeps the ride. Paul very rarely gets it wrong. These novices is hard to know though, and I suppose these are really fact-finding missions. So it's not. I don't even think it's a case of getting it wrong. It's a lot of the times, especially the good horses, you can go and work them at home. But these are kind of nearly the testing races to see where you're at when you fire them all together. It's all well and good winning maiden hurdles and working well at home. And all these horses, a lot of them have shown and performed, but it's just when they come together, that's when you really can sort the men from the boys. Largely Hill will take a good bit of beating, but I just think Gordon Elliott's Staffordshire Knot could be the one here, and I'm going to side with him. It's a fantastic renewal, super competitive. What Pat is not out of it either, and Henry's horse won't be too far away. I think this could be a cracking race on the day, even just to watch, but I think the Staffordshire Knot looks to hold all the aces here, and I'm going to side with this Shantou son for Gordon Elliott and Jack Kennedy. Then we're going to go to the 5th race on the card. It is a 2 mile 7 maiden hurdle. I think Henry Bromhead's Rachel Blackmore, Nas Neruch, a walk on the park. Son, definitely the one they all have to beat here, but it's not a race again I'm going to really take a look at. We're going to skip on to the penultimate race on the card. This is a ladies handicap hurdle, and again it's a race where I'm just going to watch and enjoy. Port Rashid, Jodie Townend for her father Tim, course and distance winner, 2-time course and distance winner, has slipped back down the ratings. I actually fancied this run to run well the last day. Did run well enough the last day. It was 4th around Thurles, so could be knocking on the door again, but again, it's a race where I'd rather see where the market supports on the day. Then the final race on the card is a mare's flat race. 10 runners declared here. There's about 3 or 4 in it that catch my eye. Of course, the double green run here again of Simon Muir and Isaac Swade, Lady Gooner for Paddy and Willie Mullins. A Dion mare, but I think Henry de Bromhead's 5-year-old here, Lady Rose Hackett, won point to point around Boulta, and all those Boulta point to points, they show enough all through the year. It's a good stepping stone, so I just think that she could be the one here, Lady Rose Hackett, if Willie's horse isn't a machine, because we all know that Willie's, they can either come and trounce him and just put you in your place. But I just think we'll have a look at the market on the day and see if we get a little bit of 5-1. Maybe I could be completely overreaching with the price. You never know what they open, but if she opens bigger than 5-1, she'd be worth a little each way bet, I think, to be in the first 3. So Lady Rose Hackett is the one. But I'm interested to see Lady Gooner, how she runs, and see what price she is, and see what way the market support is again. And Wadua, Philip Reynolds' green colours of the whites there, very synonymous, of course. And Gordon Elliott and Harry Swan combined. But for me, I'm going to go with Lady Rose Hackett. If she opens a bit of an each way value, definitely in the lucky last. Look, it's going to be a cracking 7 race card. There's 3 or 4 races on. There's probably 3 different races on the cards that I'm just going to watch and just enjoy. I think is super competitive, and it's going to make for some great action. I'm really looking forward to the 2 feature races, of course. The listed the novice listed chase, the mare's chase, and of course the featured in, as I said, that looks like it's going to be such a cracking race, the Wild Sports Michael Purcell. So if you're around the Thurles area, as I said, and I keep saying, get in there, because it's an absolute fantastic day's racing. Real proper national hunt, proper racing, top class facilities, top class food. What more could you want on a Thursday afternoon? Anyway, I'm going to be back again very, very shortly. Cheltenham's are around the corner. We're going to keep banging them in. I'm going to be back, and you're going to be sick of listening to my voice. Couple of Cheltenham previews coming up. I'm going to come back and actually do a review of Thurles just on its own, and maybe even do a Saturday preview. But even if I don't do a Saturday preview, I'm going to just do a roundup of Thurles. I might do it live on my Twitter and put it up then after, but it's going to probably go out as a Twitter space. Anyway, guys, hit the like, hit the share button. I shall talk to you again very, very soon. Cheers, guys.